Yo, this your boy Tonio coming through another episode of Backyard Comedy. As always, I got my boy, Skeezy, baby. Please say the baby.
Yeah, y'all already know that.
Is that really duty I got beside me?
Beside your affection and spirit, brother.
What I'm talking about. I'm your boy, Vocals 26. And on this episode, we got the girl, the woman, the everything, Cigar Princess. How you doing over there?
With a G.
Great.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, before we jump into you, we're going to do a recap of last episode. We had your boy, La Russell, in the building. All right there on the West Coast, man. That was fire. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all tap into that. Also, y'all know it's brought to you by Real Demand TV. We're streaming on 172 countries. And everything you can download a podcast on, we are on there. Make sure you get it and get it while the getting is good. But on this episode, we got Cigar Princess. How you doing today?
Doing good. How you fellas doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Thanks for
Miss
coming on.
Genell with the G.
Hey.
Some of them do it with the J, but you know, I like the G better.
One and only. One and only.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna get right into it, man. So go ahead and let's tell the people how you got started on being cigar. What they call it? Concierge? What they call it?
Concierge.
I'm a concierge.
Concierge.
Oh, yeah.
Concierge.
Okay, good. Okay, there you go.
Concierge.
To pronounce the correct pronunciation is concierge.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay.
But of
Boy,
course,
that sounds a lot better than what I
some
said,
people
didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you said.
Yeah.
I mean, I say concierge, and people are like, it's concierge. So
Concierge.
I always say, as long as you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm right.
right.
Yeah,
I'm right.
You was telling me
Yeah.
you was in the Carolinas for a little bit.
Exactly. You know, we got a little diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I started in the cigar world back in 2015 when I moved back to Jersey from North Carolina.
Okay.
My dad used to own a cigar lounge, so I started off working for him part-time
Word.
in Lawnside, New Jersey. It's called Burns Cigar Vault and Lounge.
Okay.
So I worked there for about, I don't even know how long, for a handful of years. They ended up selling it, reopening. I worked there for a little bit, and then I just decided to branch off and do my own thing from there. So it's been about 9-10 years now.
Wow.
So when you started off, were you just like serving cigars, or were you serving like drinks in the bar?
Yeah, no, so I don't have a liquor license, so I didn't do any bartending.
Okay.
And it was BYOB, so
Okay.
I would just work the store, the retail, check out your cigars, come into the lounge, clean up the ashtrays, just make sure everybody's good, don't need any ice, water, little
Wow.
thing like that.
Yeah.
Legit.
Then gradually I got into smoking. My dad used to always tell me, like, you can't work here if you're not going to smoke. So I had to eventually get into smoking because it helps the business.
Yeah.
You
And then it
better
just
know
went
what you're
from
doing.
there.
And that's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. I was going to ask that, you know, because that's an acquired taste. Everybody don't smoke
Right.
cigars. Like,
Yeah.
how did you develop that to be able to smoke? Because they stronger than ale, you know.
Yeah,
So how did you
They
develop
are.
that?
Well, so they're all different. What helped me was to do flavor. Now, a lot of people in the cigar world, the snobs, they'll consider flavored cigars not real cigars.
Oh, wow.
And that kind of pushes away people who don't have the experience in the cigar world. And that's why I think that's something that separates me from others, because I'm welcoming you, even if you want to start off with flavor, because at some point your palate is going to change anyway.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
my very first cigar I smoked, I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't flavor. I completely hated it. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Like it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And
strong.
then I was just like, you know what? Let me try something else. I like chocolate. I saw they had chocolate cigars. I'm like, let me try one of those. And that, I like that. I was like, all right, I could do this. So I started off just smoking chocolate only. Then I tried other flavors. And I think for maybe at least a good 5 years, I only smoked flavored cigars. Like,
Wow.
I wouldn't touch a non-flavor.
Yeah.
But by the time I hit my 5th year, now my palate has changed. And now I really don't like flavor too much. There's still some I will smoke, but now I've branched off to be what they like to call a real cigar smoker.
Yeah,
Okay.
And
you done
I smoke
graduated.
non-flavored cigars.
Yeah. The queen.
Yeah.
I might still have to get me a flavor or two.
Yeah, I need chocolate.
Yeah.
I need chocolate. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I want, chocolate. Because
Yeah, so I always say, if you have to start with flavor,
Yeah.
I mean, you'll your palate will change.
Yeah. Whenever me and bruh flew to Vegas, man, and it was one of the first times I smoked a real cigar. It was chocolate flavor. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was real good.
My first time wasn't the best. I'll tell you that much.
What's it, you was smoking pale, man?
Man, no, I was no pale, man, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
switch to
cousin,
sweet
man.
cigar.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is there a certain technique to smoking different types of cigars?
Yeah.
I see some people cut them, some people don't.
Yeah. Well, most cigars have to be cut. You have to cut the cap.
The real ones.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, they
That
get
was
Yeah, the
fake.
ones he buy from the store, they don't cut them.
I just don't want to smoke it.
But yeah, you gotta cut it, or you could punch a hole in it. You could do a cut, a punch. But yeah, it has to be cut. A real cigar in order to smoke it. If
So,
you're just trying to
that's what
smoke
I
it, nothing's
figured.
gonna pull through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a joke.
So when you say punch a hole in it, like is that better? I mean, I know you got to cut it, but is that like what does punching a hole in it does?
Airflow.
It depends on the type of draw that you want. It's the amount of smoke that you're pulling through
Okay.
the cigar.
Okay.
So you can do a straight cut, which is just gonna clip the cigar straight across, and it's gonna cut like the whole top of the cap off, but it won't unravel though.
Okay.
And that you're getting a full draw of the cigar.
Yeah.
If you do a punch, it's just like a little circle, like that small.
Yeah,
You're
I'll
just
take
gonna
that.
Poke it in there. Yeah.
I take that because I can't even smoke a backwood. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Damn,
I
that
would need to
choke,
be
bro.
filled. You know what I'm saying?
So
So-
yeah,
so-
so you probably do a punch.
yeah,
Go-
I take that.
you
Yeah.
gonna go?
So with smoking the different cigars, what I mean, I know you say you done developed the taste for it now. Is it specific drinks that go with certain cigars that you like? I got to drink cognac when I smoke this, Garcia Vega or something. You know what I mean? Is it something?
Cheese
So-
and wine and stuff.
Yeah.
Me personally, what I do is if I'm going to drink wine, I'll smoke a heavier cigar to balance it out. So if it's a strong cigar, the sweetness of the wine will balance
Balance it out.
the
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, how do
Or
you go
if I
about?
want
No,
to drink,
sorry.
You
No,
I was going to
if
ask,
I
how do you
drink,
go about knowing that?
Dang, keep cutting her off.
It's a little lag on me. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Genell.
that's really trial and error. Because everybody has something different. Some people, they feel like they don't want to drink wine at all with a cigar.
Yeah,
Some
I
people
wouldn't.
only want to drink bourbon or cognac.
Where's my yak? Where's my yak? Oh.
Or, So it's really preference. Some people will only drink coffee with their cigar.
Well, I don't know.
So-
Wow.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Coffee does pair very well with
I believe
cigars.
that. I believe that.
Yeah.
I get a little coffee flavor. You know what I'm saying? When when we tried it that time, you get a
Yeah.
little coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you explain what you
people like
meant
to have
about?
a coffee and a cigarette.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
That's
Your
real.
cigar.
That's what my grandma did.
In the
R.I.P.
morning, they got to have it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was going to ask, how do you tell the difference between a heavier cigar than a lighter one? Is there something that sticks
So
out?
one way you can tell is by the color of the wrapper. It's not always 100% true, but the darker the wrapper is, sometimes or a lot of times, the stronger the cigar is. So if you want a light cigar, it's the cigar, they call it the Connecticut cigar. It's a very light wrapper cigar. A lot of those will be Connecticut. It's a lighter draw.
Oh,
So it's not
wow.
a strong or full body cigar.
Yeah, I like a little mild or like a smooth cream.
Yeah, like a
something.
mild, not medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that's what I'm talking about. You already
She
see when I
already
get
know.
down there. Yeah, if I come down there to Philly, I might want to go down there
I
and
got
try
you.
it. Yeah,
Yes.
You gonna meet? Hey, I'm gonna be.
as long as I ain't gonna get that on camera though.
You just gotta find a right cigar for you. And again,
Yeah.
that's another reason why I'll point some people to flavor first. So one thing I do, so for you, like you, for example, because you don't smoke cigars often, right?
No. Who you talking about? Me?
None of us.
Yeah, none of us. Nah.
Oh,
Not that I know of.
No.
Okay, so I know you guys don't
Do be
smoke
smoking
cigars.
sometimes. I
Nah, bro, don't do that.
think. Nah, I didn't know.
Yeah, but you guys, you smoke marijuana, right?
No. No, we don't do that.
Maybe that's not a real.
Nah, every now and again we partake in some stuff. You know what I mean?
Well. Next question.
We gonna skip past.
Yeah, we're gonna skip on past. Yeah, you know what I mean. We'll talk after the show. We'll talk after the show.
Well, these are questions though that I would ask you to guide you and point you into the right direction of a cigar that works for you.
Okay.
But,
So, because I would think that it do matter if you smoke a lot, cause then that'll be you might want a heavier cigar, right?
Right, because you can be someone who's never smoked a cigar before, but you can handle a heavier cigar. So
Yeah,
it's just a matter of if you smoke marijuana, if you smoke cigarettes, if you smoke anything, you smoke hookah.
Yeah.
You can gauge it that way.
Okay, but I didn't know that. Do you roll your own cigars? Like, do you?
No,
Oh,
I
really?
do not. I'm hoping to in the near future, but I don't know.
Wow. Did your dad? Cause you say your dad had a shop. Did he do that? Like roll them and sell them? Or really? That come with a craft. Though. I be seeing them. I be seeing on Instagram.
Yeah, you might want to go to Cuba and learn something. He's stupid.
I'm definitely trying to take a trip to DR so I can get the experience. I want to get the experience there.
Yeah,
and that's fresh.
Yeah, right.
Fresh, boy. Whoa, that's got to be a different taste. Like, is it an expiration date on a cigar? That's another question I had.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
They do get stale,
They get
don't they?
stale, like.
I mean, it's just you got to keep it humidified. That's why people have humidors. You'll see them carrying like a little case or a box.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
if you keep
heard
it at the
something like
right
135 rule or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know a little something.
135 rule.
Yeah,
What's that?
135 rule.
Like something like you got to keep it at 135, like less than that humidity or something like that.
Okay.
Percentage or something. I don't know.
No.
But that's what I read.
Well, when I buy cigars, they come in a little Ford. We'll talk after the show.
Black and mild.
We'll talk after.
About a wine black and mild.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, them things gone, long
That's back in the day.
Back in the day, I ain't talking about.
Yes.
Thank God for deliverance.
Yeah,
but what
yeah.
I was going to ask you was what are the challenges being in in the field that you are in, being this more male dominated from what I see.
Come on, Dooley. Come through with questions.
I'm coming through.
I mean, being in that aspect, me personally, I don't really. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I get it.
It really depends. I mean, it just depends. Like, some people look at me and just think that like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just selling cigars.
Yeah.
And so you kind of get prejudged a little bit.
Yeah.
But like once I have a conversation with someone and they hear me speak and they hear my knowledge, they know, all right, she knows.
She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. But sometimes they look like, no, you just a girl. You don't know nothing about no cigars. It's like, no, I know a little bit.
Yeah, because it's you're the first black woman that I have seen that deal with cigars. I always hear men talk about them and men having cigar lounges and that that kind of thing.
Yeah, my barber.
So shout out to you. Shout out to you for that.
Yeah, that's real.
Thank you. Yeah, and I like to do things different and try to stand out a little bit. So that was one of many things that dragged me or drawn me into the cigar world.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of women that want to do this. Like, why women don't want to do this? I want to do this.
That's legit.
It's
That'll be
money in
different.
it. Everybody smokes cigars now, especially the rich
Yeah.
now.
Rollers.
Yeah. Yeah, I be hearing about what they call it, Havana Club, with that one down the road. Anyway, so
Cigar Lounge.
yeah, Cigar Lounge,
Yeah.
Havana Fields or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But but anyway, so how did you get the name Cigar Princess? Like, how did you come up with that?
Okay.
So I did give myself that name. It was really because I am one of the younger ones in the cigar world. So it's like, it's pretty much an older crowd. I'm only 33. So a lot of the people that I'm around, they're a lot older than me. So I'm like, and then, I feel like all women always want to be a queen. So again, I want to stand out. So I'm like, nobody calling themselves a princess. Like, people don't really do that.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be called a princess. So I'm like, that works for me. I'm younger, so I'll be the cigar princess. And I don't feel like, I feel like when you stick queen on it, it's like it's stamped. You know everything. Like whatever that role is you're claiming the queen of, you know it. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know everything about cigars. It's a learning process every day. So I'm like, I'm a princess. I'm gradually getting there.
Yeah, because it's 2025, so they come out with new stuff. Is it a new cigar that's not a cigar that you can smoke that tastes like a cigar?
A new cigar that's not a cigar?
Yeah, because you know how they got the meat that's not meat, but it tastes like meat.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny you said that because back in April, this cigar company, they did an April Fool's prank where they took a cigar and they stuck, I think it was like a Slim Jim or beef jerky on the top half.
Yeah.
So they're like, this is a new cigar. Like, it's a beef jerky cigar. So, and people was raving all about it. But it got good mixed opinions, though. Some people was like, that's insane. That's not real. Some people was like, wait, this is kind of cool. Like, I can eat a beef jerky and smoke it.
Yeah. Some people would.
It's going to taste like chewing tobacco.
Some people like chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Hey, well, since we're speaking on taste, I've heard that, I don't know if it's a myth or not, but striking it with different types of flame will make it taste different. Like if you don't use matches, or is that true?
Yes, that is true.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, because if you use the torch, it's like the butane, the gasoline, and so a lot of people prefer to use either a match or they'll do the cedar stick. So you just light the cedar stick and light the cigar that way.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah.
I think I want to use the cedar stick.
Yeah, I want to use the cedar stick too.
Yeah.
You gotta show me how to use the cedar stick.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It is a little cool. It's a nice vibe when you do it, especially if you're trying to record a video and things like that.
Yeah, cause I went to a cigar line one time and they, I'm like, it's my first time going. I had my cigar and everything, right? And they brought me a drink over and they put like some smoke in it, made it taste smoky. They said it paired really good with the cigar, but I didn't know what I was tasting for. Yeah.
See, I don't do pairings right now, so I couldn't really tell you exactly. But again, it's all based on taste. It's your personal preference, really. Because again, some people might want a sweet with a strong cigar. Yeah. Some people just like hard whiskey with a strong cigar. Like they just like everything bold and full. Some people like coffee. Some people they might like coffee, but they're like, I don't like it with cream because it ruins the taste.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's just a lot. Yeah, it's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, I went in there thinking, I was like, man, let me get a shot of Hennessy. He like, man, we don't sell Hennessy in here. Damn.
Man, where you think you at the club?
That's why I thought I was at. No, it's only top shelf and it's stuff that's pairing, I guess, with the cigars, I guess. But Hennessy must don't pair good with a cigar.
I don't even drink Hennessy no more.
Man, we don't need to try that no more.
Cross them waters, then cross them waters. Lord Jesus.
Exactly.
You'll see bubbles over my head right now like a cartoon character. No, sir.
We gonna leave Henny wherever it's at.
Please, don't bring it back.
to.
Don't bring it back.
Hey,
so what's the most expensive cigar you have tasted?
Or maybe sold.
Or sold, yeah, I'll take sold.
The most expensive one I've tasted was probably a Davidoff cigar. I think I paid like, how much did I pay for that? 40, maybe $60.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry.
For a cigar? Ooh,
Around there.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think so.
You had to smoke on that all week.
Yeah, but one of my favorites. No, you gonna smoke it quick like it's just a regular cigar. Right?
Yeah.
I sell these Monte Cristo diamond cigars. I sell them for $30. That's a really good one that I like.
Wow.
That's like probably the one I really pay for.
Being that we were talking, I gotta ask. Have you seen people? Because you asked the questions about smoking marijuana. Is it choice to use a cigar like that? Because they rolled and all that different stuff to actually use it for marijuana.
Wait, you mean like use the cigar?
Yeah.
So I get people that ask me that all the time. Like, so I work at a nightclub. And I sell my cigars there. Wow. And when people hear I have cigars, they automatically think it's for rolling. And I'm like, no, it's not that type of cigar. So I've had people want to buy those for me, and I won't sell them to them because I'm like, you're not going to disrespect my cigar. So we like, no.
You gonna cut my mess down the middle?
Yeah. However, I have had someone do it before, and I have rolled one in a leaf. They have these cigars. It's called the Oscar leaf cigar, and the cigar is wrapped inside of a leaf, but that's like the packaging of the cigar. Wow. So if you unravel that, it's the whole leaf. So I've given those away to people that smoke weed, and I'm like, roll it in this and let me know what you think of it.
Yeah, do the best you can.
I come back bloodshot. It worked. Yeah, give me 2 more of them. But that's only if I was partaking in that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
Allegedly.
real, that's real.
Yeah, exactly.
Allegedly. What you got over there, Dooley?
Well, I was gonna ask, are there any tips and tricks or like etiquette towards cigars?
Hold
Yes, there
your
are a
finger a
lot.
certain way.
Yeah,
like
you know what I'm saying? You gotta hold that pinky
you
out.
can't hold it like that.
crazy.
You gotta hold it like that.
Well, you hold it however you want. I mean, when I start smoking, I think I'm holding it like this. But then as it gets shorter, I'll hold it like this or like this.
Yeah.
And weed smokers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like this.
Smoke it down to the 5.
Some of us need some tweezers. Someone get some tweezers.
So, like, some people feel like you don't smoke a cigar that low, but me personally, I'm like, if I paid for it, I'm getting
Yeah.
$40 and $60.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit it on the counter and I'm gonna come back and light it again.
And you definitely,
And then I'm gonna leave it lit like an incense.
yeah, you definitely look like the kind of girl that's gonna smoke it down to the 5.
Yeah, I'm a smoker there.
Yeah, why not?
I try to stop because I'm like, people probably look at me like she smoke weed. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't smoke it this low.
Yeah.
I'm all misjudged.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a question. Like, cause you say you bought a cigar that was like $60, and I know myself, I'm gonna smoke it every day. Like, will that mess up the taste? Do you gotta smoke it, or you can make it last like a Black and Mild?
You can make it last, but you have to put it in like your humidor if you have one.
Okay.
So you have to just keep it at the right temperature. So it's not like a Black and Mild where you could just sit it in your car
Yeah.
for an X amount of days and go back to it. You
Okay.
gotta keep it humidified.
You
wow.
doing bad off if you leave a Black and Mild in the car that long.
Yeah, I seen people do it.
Yeah.
I seen people
That
do it
boy
now.
dry.
Said that.
It's gonna be on fire. Booty, you had yours in there that long?
Hell no,
Yeah,
bro.
it be 2 days at the bag. 2 days at the bag.
It smelled like wine and
I don't
cigarettes.
think many people actually put a cigar out and smoke it. Like if they light it, they're going to.
Yeah. Wow. I'm talking about like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, it's gone.
Well, no, I mean, not like 10 minutes. The average cigar takes you about an hour and a half to smoke.
Okay.
But a lot of
Dang.
people in the cigar world, they actually smoke cigars. They smoke like 5 cigars a day.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's
You
gonna,
can smoke them back to back. And then they're all sizes. So you can have like a cigar this short and you can have one literally like the length of your arms. So it just
Dang.
depends.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought all cigars was like the same length, like the long joints.
Yeah.
You can
Okay,
get
come
you can get a
on,
small
sizes.
cigar, a dub. You can get a little dub. I had no
I saw
idea.
these cigars called the short story, and it's literally like this big. Like it's a short story. It's just a short cigar.
so damn. I mean, so you just hit that mug 1 or 2 times, and it's time to just
Nah,
toss
she
it.
said an hour and a half, so that's probably like
Man,
30
you ain't gonna
minutes.
smoke that no hour and a half.
He said 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably about
Yeah.
30 minutes.
See, like 30
Yeah.
minutes.
30 minutes.
You gonna pass out trying to smoke that mug, boy.
Yeah.
I'm on my lunch break.
They gonna say, boy, you smoke crack.
Should this be calling me, man? Be calling me, man.
I seen the old heads, and I was raised around old men where they did pipes and they did smoke cigars, but they keep that little piece of cigar in their mouth
In their
forever.
mouth.
Hanging out their
Yeah.
mouth, right?
Yeah, what does that do though?
You might as well get your money's worth.
Nothing. They just getting their money's worth.
That's all it is.
I mean, but because cigars
paid
are
$50 for
constructed
this.
so differently.
Yeah.
You can, like, some cigars, you'll smoke it and you only taste like a certain flavor in the light up of the cigar. Then there's certain cigars, you'll taste the flavor through the whole cigar. Through some cigars, you only taste it like it's like the flavor is only on the cap of the cigar. You might just want to smoke it because you still taste the cap.
Oh wow.
So and that's why the cigar roast is such a big thing with cigars because it's so much to know with it. Like it's shapes, sizes, lengths, colors, like it's just everything that goes into it.
See, man, you gonna be mad when I go in there. What you want, Tony? Yo, just give me a cigar. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Get your
I
ass
just
in the
want
car.
something.
Yeah. People will come to my table and I'm like, what would you like? Or can you tell me, do you have a suggestion? And they're like, just give me a cigar. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, tell me something. You want full body? Do you smoke often? Flavor, non-flavor? Like,
Oh wow, yeah. That makes sense though, man. You just can't go in there not knowing, man. Cause then you go in there thinking you know everything, and you get somebody that's been smoking for 30 years, and they start asking you questions. Now you just got to do what my grandma said. Even if you don't know it, act like you know what you're talking about. You gotta do what you gotta do now.
Hey, I did that a lot of days. I ain't like, yes, sir.
What you got over there, Ski?
So, in your business, like, how far do you see yourself taking, you know, this cigar?
You can't say it. Control.
Somebody else say it.
Concierge.
Yeah, somebody else say it. Yeah. How far do you see yourself going with it?
So this is actually something that lately I've been thinking I do want to do full time. I want to pick this up full time.
Wow.
I started off just, you know, doing it part time, doing it for fun. And I just enjoy being a vendor because I enjoy traveling. I like going to different places, meeting different people instead of just sitting still. But lately I have been thinking that maybe in the near future, I would like to do like a cigar lounge.
Yeah.
Still somewhere where people know where I'm at all times and come to me.
So I gotta ask you this, you know what I mean? Cause we are all businessmen, and you know it's the good days and the bad days. Have you ever have somebody ever came to you on a cigar and they just got on your damn nerves where you were like, man, you know what, man, don't even worry about it today? Has that ever happened?
Oh yes, that actually recently happened to me this past weekend.
You ain't getting no cigar from me.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Literally, yes. Now, everybody that knows me know I am like one of the most kindest people ever.
Yeah.
I don't yell, people argue, none of that. But that day, this particular person, he was there.
Yeah.
He was asking me about cigars. I'm telling him, you know, the cigars I got. So he's like, how much are your cigars? So I'm telling him the prices. So, and it was the short story, the little cigar I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he's like, well, how much this little cigar? I'm like, it's $10. He was like, $10?
Oh, come on now. Look out for a brother, man.
This little cigar, and went like this and put it on his mouth.
Oh.
So I'm like, yo,
That's 10.
like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right. So I'm like, immediately, $10, sir.
You got change for 100?
Like,
Yeah, I
and
need
he was
that.
like, I'm not giving you $10. I was like, well, you could go. I'm like, bye, walk away. Like,
Hey, look.
immediately.
Hey,
And then he tried to tell his friend to get him a cigar, and I was like, no, he's not getting a cigar.
Facts.
No.
Yeah, let them smoke yours.
Hey, have y'all ever seen Buzz Bunny when he always plays jokes on Elmer Fudge and he make that cigar explode and be peeled back?
Yeah.
That's how that cigar would have been picked off in his mouth. you gonna put your lips on?
You can have this one.
Right.
Come on, man.
And he felt like, oh, it's in a wrapper, but I'm like, no,
It's
still,
the
like,
same thing, bro.
Man, that's
it's
nasty.
right, it's the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
no,
Put your lips
somebody
on
else
it.
gonna touch that wrapper.
Like, I'm good on that,
Yeah.
man.
Ain't lying.
Yeah, you just bought yourself $10
Yeah,
worth of
that's
cigar.
yours. Yeah, buy another one right
Right.
Anything else you over there doing?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, if you had a choice for the rest of your life, what's one brand of cigar that you would smoke
Ooh.
or flavor?
While you were asking, I almost said Drew Estate. Drew Estate, if I'm not mistaken, all of their, probably not. Most of the cigars, or all that I know, are flavored cigars.
Okay.
And I just love that brand. However, again, now that my palate has changed, I don't think I could handle smoking flavored cigars all the time.
Right.
So it would probably be, it's a brand called Liga Privada. It might be that
Sounds
brand because it's a nice, smooth cigar.
Yeah.
Their cigars are very smooth, very good smoke.
Gotta try that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, because you've been saying it throughout the whole show, but I know somebody looking at this show and gonna say, "What's she talking about? Airplanes? Can you explain what pilot means?"
Oh yeah,
Oh,
your palate,
Lord.
your taste, the taste.
Yeah.
Well, I have money. Hey, look, if they don't know that, boy, God.
Hey man,
Your palate.
hey, common sense
Not
ain't so
palate.
common now.
Your palate, not your
Yeah,
palate.
it's
You know,
your
God,
palate.
no mercy. Help us,
Palate
Jesus.
is the
That
taste.
was stupid, bro.
It's also not just the taste, but it's also the smell.
Yeah.
Because you get the experience with the smell of the cigar, the look of the cigar. They do this thing where it's called retrohaling. It's when you inhale the cigar or
The aroma,
exhale it through
yeah.
your nose, into your nostrils, and that also helps with the taste as well.
Wow,
Man, you know, I
wow.
always wondered that why they took it and put it up under their nose, slide it a couple of times, you know, and put
So
the
they
snot
just be
booze on it.
nasty doing all of that.
Your
Like,
ass
all
just
of that is
nasty.
not necessary.
Is that a hard process though to get you, to train from not smoking flavored cigars to smoking to like the stronger cigars?
Not really, because I mean they have cigars that are non-flavored, but they're just as smooth as a flavored cigar.
Okay.
So yeah, like it might be non-flavored, but you still, just because it's non-flavored doesn't mean you won't taste anything. It's just not flavored like berries or cherries or things like that.
Chocolate.
So you may taste like the wood and the cedar, like those types of taste. You get like the cocoa taste.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like. You give me chocolate every time, I'm gonna try it.
Not cocoa melon.
Yeah.
Nah, not cocoa melon.
Yeah. Alright,
Anything else y'all boys got? 'Cause we definitely won't trying to hold you long. We done had a ball up in here.
Yes, indeed. We glad to have you on, man. And I'm gonna be down there soon. Now I'm gonna need to figure out one of them cigars.
Let me know.
Yeah, I want to try one. I want
We
to see.
got Philly Cigar Week coming up. That is, what's the date? It's like the week of the 18th.
Okay,
so
the day
like
the 20,
Wednesday
25th.
to Sunday.
I don't know if I want to be
June.
down there with all that traffic. Boy, I'm telling you, I be trying to get in and get out when I come. When I come down there, now, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm glad you said that because I want to piggyback off of you real quick. Do you mail off orders?
Yes, I do.
Oh, say no more. I got to try
Message.
Don't worry about it.
We can put your information in.
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
Actually, I shipped the order out to North Carolina. I think like last month.
Really?
Yeah, I had a guy. He bought like 10 cigars. So
Okay.
I shipped them out to him.
Hey, well,
You got to spin for us to sin. You got to spin for us to sin. Amen.
Amen. Hey, God. Yeah, God.
Amen.
That boy done said something.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I don't have a website though, so you can just shoot me a message on Instagram or my Facebook and just let me know what you like or any suggestions. And yeah, I can definitely ship things to you. That's not something I do often, but I do it. I just don't get a lot of requests for that because I do a lot of work in Jersey and Philly, so I'm outside actually. So
hey, she outside.
Yeah, that's how you build your clientele. You got to get out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't sit still.
No. Hey, well, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna be hollering at you real soon because some things I want to do. I want to double check, man. I want to get my pilot together.
Get your pilot together.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get your pilot together.
You flying somewhere now. Oh my God.
But tell everybody how they can get in contact with you so we can get these orders running up.
Yeah.
You can get in contact with me on Instagram. My business page is the business name Garcier. This is the proper way to pronounce it. It's GARCIERGE. It's literally Cigar Concierge put together. Garcier. That's the business name. You can also follow my personal Instagram. It's X_the Cigar Princess. And you can also reach me on Facebook as well. Genell Peterson.
I'm glad you spelled that because I would have told it to a piece.
Hold up.
GLOLW.
I always tell it.
But before we get out of here, we just want to do something to show our appreciation. Got you an award right here.
Dun, dun,
And it says, Backyard County present Genell Peterson the Best Cigar Concierge Award, the Cigar Princess.
He spelled it right up there. He spelled it right.
I spelled it right. Yeah, I copied and pasted from your Instagram. I can't spell worth a damn.
Yeah, he lied, boy. He lied.
Man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit us up, backyardcomedy3@gmail.com. This episode has been brought to you by Real Demand TV, where we're streaming in 172 countries. Also, if you know anybody dealing with any substance abuse, man, holler at my man, Mr. Julius Rowe. He can get you moving in the right direction, man. And there's a lot of people going through some things right now that need to talk to somebody.
That's real.
If you can download a podcast on anywhere, we on there. So get to download them. Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We are in there. As always, I got my boy, Skeezy Baby. Please say it, baby.
You already know that. Make sure you check us out on backyardcomedyllc.com. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that really do I got over there.
Right here in the flesh and the spirit, bro.
I'm your boy Vocal 26. Special shout out to the Cigar Princess for stopping through to educate us on cigars and our palates.
Yeah, with a G.
Thank you guys. I want to hear about your next experience in a cigar lounge.
Oh yeah. Oh,
sure.
hey, look, we about to do some traveling because I got to come up there and see about them cigars.
Yeah, you gonna know it might be near you.
Yeah. For real, man.
Ready.
Hey, y'all already know time is a precious thing to waste, so don't waste it by not watching Backyard Comedy. We appreciate you and we love you.
Yeah, already.
You already.